Good evening. That was the car outside. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the October 2025 AMBC monthly meeting. Wow, it got quiet. Such respect. This lighting is really testing my aging eyes. But I do wish to welcome you. I'll be okay, maybe. Charlie, thank you, though. So, excited to see everybody out. Dismal weather is okay as long as it is not on Saturday. So everybody just keep that in mind. Our trails did need this rain, and so we're thrilled to have the moisture. I know we had over an inch at my place today, so looking probably maybe another half inch Wednesday, and then we're going to be smooth sailing straight into Fall Fest, and we're going to have a heck of a good time out there this weekend. We'll talk more about the good times here in a moment. I'm going to turn it over to another warm welcome face, Wayne. You want to say anything about membership, or are we going to let Madison talk about that? Both. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to welcome everybody in. Hopefully all of you are signed up active members of SORBA and ABC. If you're not, Maddie's got some sweet deals, but I've got a sweeter deal. If you join tonight, just let me know. Your beer is on me. All right?
Holy moly. What a guy.
Here to buy you a beer if you renew your membership or sign up with a new membership tonight. I don't know if that's legal or how all this works.
Hey, it's cash. We don't know, right?
So hang out and let me introduce everybody to Madison, who is the membership director among others. Sort of membership director. And she has done an amazing job of herding cats this year, 10,000 overall sort of members.
I'm bringing you a microphone so that the internet can hear.
That's probably, well, they're not here, so I'm not buying them a beer. So for me, it's not as important to be on the internet. For you, it is. So let me turn it over to Madison, and she'll fill you in on what's going on for the last few days of the month and the remaining deals. And then come see us afterwards if you're signing up and get a free beer.
Yes, thank you, Wayne. I'm Madison, or Maddie. I'm SORBA's membership director. So membership dues help fund trail building maintenance, but also in addition to financial contribution, it helps us have more power for advocacy efforts as well as a collective voice for mountain biking. We have transferred membership to the SORBA app. So memberships are no longer managed through the IMBA platform. It's a great time to check your status if you're active, because tonight Wayne's buying beer. But also this month we have an October membership drive. So if you join or renew this month, you're entered in our giveaway. We have 6 prize packages available. Largest prize package has $525 worth of gear. So you definitely don't want to miss out. I brought my laptop, so if you're not sure if you're a member, you can come see us and we can help get you situated. But we can walk you through how to use the app and join or renew. If you're within 60 days of expiring, you can also renew early through the app if you want to get in on the October membership drive. Cool. That's
SORBA app?
Yes. So you can join through the SORBA app through Appalachian Mountain Bike Club. It's just SORBA in your app download. If you're active but going to expire within 60 days, you'll see a little renew membership button above your digital membership card, and renew through AMBC.
Excellent. And there you go. And for those who are already members, you might want to pull out your member app anyway, because you're going to notice that within the member benefits tab is Southside Garage, which happens to be where we're at. And it is $1 off a draft beer whenever you're here. So your membership has many, many benefits, and that is just one of them. Next up, we're going to end the telethon now. News and recap. All right, we got some huge news as an organization. the last couple of months, you heard me chatting about our programming and membership position that was open. We have filled that position, and I am thrilled to bring Miss Jenny Thompson up right now. So, Jenny, welcome to the AMBC team and to the AMBC family. We're thrilled to have you here. Just a couple words about yourself and your background.
Cool. Hi, everyone. I'm from Knoxville. I live now in South Knoxville, really close to Baker Creek, close to here. I really enjoy mountain biking. I've gotten into it the past couple years with my husband, and I'm super excited to be part of AMBC. Thank you all for bringing me on and letting me be here. Yeah, and I'm here to help in any way I can. So if you're a volunteer, super volunteer, do something for AMBC, let me know if I can help you. You'll find my email probably online soon, but it's jenny@ambcknox.org.
There we go. Awesome. So certainly. So Jenny is essentially absorbing everything that is AMBC at the moment. And this is a little bit of a busy time for us, believe it or not. And so she's learning about all things Fall Festival at the moment, but also engaging with the existing programming that exists within AMBC. And so folks that serve on committees, whether that be the Joyride or the Social Ride, AYC and Trailblazers, all these things, all these programs, Jenny's going to be helping essentially bolster those programs in the future and make sure that the volunteers that are the true workforce of AMBC are well supported in supporting the mission of the organization. So thrilled to have Jenny on board. Thank you so much. So we will now switch gears and talk a smidge about Trailblazers, which is a new program that AMBC brought to the table this last fall. So we are Trailblazers is for 3rd through 5th graders, and we've been working with this group of kids for the last 8 weeks. So our last session is next week, and it's been a real joy to work with these kids throughout the last few months, and excited about their journey through cycling and how they can plug into the community at large. We've noticed a ton of families that are bringing their kids to Trailblazers are also using the park while we're there, and this program really complements existing programs that are already in Knoxville, right? So Missy Petty's Little Bella's program, which is #1 in the country, by the way, as far as participation. She has built that to be an incredible program, and so thrilled to be able to offer a co-ed version of something similar to Little Bella's, and also just grow our community of small cyclists, because it is amazing what 8 weeks can do on a bicycle of consistency out and about. I want to also thank all of our leaders that helped out with that. So we had 8 volunteers that helped out with that this year, given their time on Tuesday evenings to come out and ride. I really appreciate that. Also Leslie Kmeyer for offering some photography for that program. Any images that you see going out with Trailblazers is a direct result of Leslie's fine photography work. Doug Patel, I wanted you to come up and chat a smidge about the Highlander Trail. You got a minute? Oh, it's like we planned it.
How about that? On the agenda. So who has heard about the proposed rail trail? Raise your hands, please. All right. Almost everybody in here. Awesome. That's right. From Frozen Head to Oneida. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. For those of you that don't, there is a 41-mile rail line that's being abandoned. Basically starts about Frozen Head, goes all the way to Oneida. So an incredible opportunity. Actually about 10 miles longer than the Virginia Creeper Trail. So it'd be an incredible asset for East Tennessee. And this thing is really flat, so it would welcome like any rider, walker, hiker, you name it. It's maybe like 3% on average. So an incredible asset. They've already removed the steel rails and all the ties. It's just a flat bed. So the town of Oneida is kind of leading the charge in making this happen. There's discussion right now. It touches Scott County, Anderson County, and Campbell County. So right now it's kind of going through Anderson County Commission. So we're really looking for support there. So if you have friends, family, or yourself live in Anderson County, that would be huge for them to write their county commissioners or show up at that county commission meeting. I'm not too sure exactly when the next one is that they're going to talk about it, but we're also going to share like a form letter through the local SORBA chapters and other groups that can then be used to send to county commission. But also just in general, letters of support talking about what a great asset this would be for East Tennessee, for the communities that it would touch. The fact that if you ride or run or hike, you're going to hang out there. You're going to go to their restaurants, their stores, their gas station, camp, lodge, whatever. So to highlight some of those things, because in that part, it's like really something new. And you kind of know if you throw something new at people, they kind of think the worst at first. So we're trying to convince them that we're not going to break into your house and put your big screen TV on my back and ride my bicycle away. But that's one of the common themes, it seems like, when we try these new projects. But anyway, we're going to be sharing that. But again, if you know anybody in Anderson or Scott County that you can reach out to help support this, that's one of the things we really need is support. It's going through TPL on land acquisition, and there's got to be funding for the land and funding to actually, kind of finish the trail out. But I've wrote a couple different sections of it, and I know Brian and I think Matthew, you guys wrote it too. So I'll hand it back so you can talk about what a great trail it would be, right?
Yeah, so we were lucky enough to get to go ride it one Sunday afternoon and had just a blast out there on that rail trail. Sort of looking at it for the map, I was a little concerned about the corridor, but honestly, getting out there along the side of the river, it's delightful. It's in pretty amazing shape for just being, quote unquote abandoned. I think that's one of the terminologies, but nonetheless, it's a ballast surface right now, so about 1.5 inch stone that is fairly compacted, but nonetheless, it's a pretty great opportunity for the state of Tennessee and for the communities at large that would be adjoining that to hear from us about how much we could support such a thing. And so you'll be able to learn more about the Highlander Trail at Fall Festival. You'll notice one of their representatives from a community group is going to be at Fall Festival. So make sure to stop by their tent at some point during the weekend. Of which I'm going to chat a smidge about Fall Fest. I know that everybody in this room is going to be there, but there are a lot of things that go into Fall Festival. And number one, I want to thank the Fall Fest bosses, which is a group of individuals that gives a ton of their time to make sure that the festival runs smoothly. Any of the bosses that are in the room, could you please raise your hands? I know we have a number, higher than that. All right, so we've got a social ride boss, we've got a merchandise boss, we've got Time the Technology boss, we've got Leslie, who's the photography boss, we got Brian, who's a permitting boss, who didn't even raise his hand because his arm is limp or something like that. Philip's information boss. Madeline happens to be the silent auction boss. What bosses did I miss in all of this? You better not be quiet. Nonetheless, it takes a village to make this festival's planning work. And when you then invite 3,500 of your closest friends to the public park to enjoy the day, the reason it goes smoothly is because of those individuals. And so thank you to the bosses, number one. Then thank you to the volunteers, because it takes over 120 volunteers that give their time on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday to make every single little detail work at the festival. So thank you so much for signing up. It means the world to us to be able to invite over 20 states to little old Knoxville, to Baker Creek, to have a good time, to help support our mission. Because honestly, the festival is a great time for everybody, but it also happens to support our mission to the tune of about 1/4 of our budget each year. So everybody should pat yourselves on the back for supporting that and supporting our great mission that we do. So hand up, over, and tap, 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 tap. Philip did it. Keith did it. There we go. Pats on the back all around. Okay. Lastly, I do want to, I think this is probably unwise, but I'm going to do it regardless. I want to thank our sponsors, because I rarely get the opportunity at Fall Festival to really thank everybody that does support the backbone of that festival. And so you're just going to have to sit with me through this for just a moment, because I do think it is important to support these businesses that support us. So nonetheless, Harper Automotive Group and Audi Knoxville has been with us for years. Bike Tennessee is an arm of Tennessee Tourism, which came to the table this year to help support us. They are talking about all things bicycle to neighboring states and neighboring communities, trying to promote bicycle tourism on road, on gravel, and on mountain bikes. Christopoulos and Kennedy. It's a construction company, general contractor. Christos happens to be one of the founders of AMBC back in the day. Thrilled that he is still interested in the mission that he helped create years and years ago. The Drop-In, been with us for a number of years. You're going to see them on the festival site. You're going to see them in the silent auction app if you pull it up on your phone. The auction is live right now, and they are the sponsor of the silent auction, and we are very appreciative of that. Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic, formerly University Orthopedic Surgeons. They're still under the same umbrella, but nonetheless, when we break our bodies, we go to who is best to help us heal. And they've been with us for the last 3 or 4 years as well. Sono Taco Cantina, another South Knoxville staple, if you will. Make sure that to notice Howie out on the food truck row. He'll be serving tacos and burgers throughout the festival, but also supporting the stage to a major tune. Visit Knoxville, thanks to Kim and her entire team over there for doing what they do to promote us on a local level as well. Wildside, they came to the table to support us for our whip-off this year. So we're thrilled to have them there and look to grow that partnership over the years, hoping that they'll bring on shuttles in the future. We'll have our shuttles running, but we'd love for them to be running their trucks up and down that hill as well. So those are our major presenting sponsors and area sponsors. And then I just want to run through the rest of the list. Anderson Automotive, if your truck breaks down, take it to Ned. Apex Window Cleaning. Valerie is a strong supporter of ours and walks each morning at William Hasty Park and doesn't ride a bike at all, but loves the fact that there are trails in her backyard, and she wants to support our organization. George Middlebrooks with a side project. I get weepy on this one. George is an amazing, super duper, there's no word for what he does for our organization as far as making us look good. George is a graphic designer, web designer, and everything in print is George's fault. And we look good because George makes us look good. Thank you, George. City of Knoxville, Wes is here, former president of our organization, still very much involved member. He makes sure that we have great conduit to the city of Knoxville, of which we want to remind you the early voting is open now, and we're going to go to the polls next week, of which, unfortunately, I can't ride to the polls for this one because it's a city election. But in normal cases, it's great to be able to ride your bike to the polls and vote. There is a sales tax option. Look into it. I certainly support it. You might want to consider it as well. There will be some dollars that go towards funding of park projects, greenways, et cetera, in that. Let's see here. Next on the list, Colossal Productions, relatively new company. They're going to be showing the game for us on Saturday. So there happens to be a sports ball game on Saturday. It's at 7:30. It'll be on a screen about the size of this wall over by the pavilion. So if you need to get your football fix, not only will we have the scores in app, there'll be a microsite for the page that you can keep your scores up to date, but you can go watch it and relax on the hill and have a beer that you bought from AMBC. Speaking of beers, Creature Comforts is on board again this year. Thanks so much to them. Fairway Homes and the Mortgage Gallery, mortgage broker downtown, certainly appreciate them. FinTech Payments taking over all of our point of sale this year. Really appreciate Colton and Keith for helping us out getting set on our point of sale, saving us quite a bit on annual rentals there. Our second brewery partner is Peaceful Side Brewery. And so Peter with the group down at Peaceful Side Brewery has got something in store for y'all. You guys are going to want to try I can't announce the name of the beer, can I, Mary Beth? I can't do it. Anyway, there's a special brew that's going to be available at Fall Festival. There may be a special label attached to that brew, so you're going to want to go buy one of those. They'll be available at the main bar, but also at the Whip-Off and the Best Line bar. I'm getting close. Sparkman and Associates Architects, yet again, another company, not riders, just really supporters of community and trails. So we appreciate Suzanne and Andrew and everything they do over there. Stellar Visions and Sound have donated a bunch of lighting that we'll have out on the site. Tennessee Valley Bikes is our partner this year for the raffle, so we're thrilled to have TVB helping us with that, and Kona Bikes for that bike raffle. You still have plenty of time to get tickets for that. We will be doing a live drawing for that on Saturday evening. Always a good time, and somebody walks away with a brand new bike. Lastly, Jeff Ross Cycling, wanted to mention them as well, a nonprofit based out of Maryville that has been supporting us for years. And we'll have a booth at the festival on Saturday. So 71 South, indeed. Thank you. They're on here. Ryan with 71 South is supporting the jump line and, the invitational best line event, of which some of you may have noticed that we are transitioning that to the jump line this year. So the crew just finished putting, I call it trail carpet. What's it really called? Trail armor. Whoa. Sounds so good. It's carpet. Just what it is. But it happens to be brown carpet. It happens that the city of Knoxville paid for it. Oh, it's their eco carpet. So we can, so Wayne can recycle it later. Yeah. I'm reading through this slide, making sure that I got everybody, and I believe I do at this point. Thank you, Jenny, for keeping me honest. So with that, Friday night, I just want to make sure you guys understand that we understand it's Friday night, and we understand that it is Halloween. We expect to see most of our friends Friday evening as well. We're going to have a Haunted Hollywood honky tonk on Friday. So the group that does the honky tonks out of Barley's is coming over. They're going to have a live band, a little bit of instruction, a little two-step instruction during that. There may be some costumes. Mary Beth is grinning ear to ear. I know I will be dressed up on Friday evening. Lewis is planning to be dressed up. Ellen is going to be something as well. We hope to see you there. We will have food trucks out Friday evening. We have two options for Friday evening's visual aids, if you will. Alex, you want to talk about one of the options? Sure. Come on up for 30 seconds. Welcome back to reality.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Alex. So Friday night, let me rewind because I'm going to go over 30 seconds. Okay. So has anybody, there's a book called Barbarian Days, and it is about, yes, I almost asked if anybody had read it. It's a great book. And it is basically how surfing was discovered on the West Coast, like back in the 70s. Super cool origin story of surfing. But anyways, nobody else was into surfing. So like the 10 dudes in Southern California that were into it, the way they would share beta is they would all bring their favorite slides that had action shots of them surfing. And they would all bring beers over to each other's houses, and they would just like talk shop about surfing and where the cool waves were and their latest trips, stuff like that. So I read that this summer, and it appealed to me a lot because I don't really do the social media thing, but I still want to tell people about cool trips I've been on. And this summer I hiked the AT, and I took all kinds of cool photos that I want to like share with people. So I figured a way to do that was to get some cool locals together that go on cool trips, and we all have some photos, and we basically storytell to our photos. So on Friday night at 7:30, yes, it's Halloween, but we have a cool costume contest in conjunction with this storytelling. We're calling it Summer in Review. I've got some pro athletes that are locals showing up. I'm going to talk about my hike on the AT this year. Some super OG climbers from the OBED are going to talk. So it's kind of a multi-sport thing, and it's happening at the Climbing Roots Gym. So Lindsay has been wonderful in letting us come in with a big projector and we're just going to try to recreate it like it's 1973 again. So we're going to have some cool photos and do some storytelling, wear some cool costumes. So I hope you guys can join on Friday. I know I've got a lot of competition on Friday, a lot of stuff going on. But it's at 7:30 in the climbing gym. We'd love to see you there. Also, more of what you were saying, next week is election day. So go vote. Other voting's already open if you want to do that too.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Thank you much, Alex. So I say there are 2 tracks. You have 2 options. If you don't want to see slideshows, which I think are pretty rad, or you're more of the movie person, bring your chairs and pop over to the stage at 7:30. We're going to be showing Beetlejuice on a big inflated screen at the festival site. The merchandise booth will be open. All the new wares will be there. You may have noticed my new socks. Just might have noticed how beautiful my socks are. Well, that's because I took. You guys had to look at it afterwards. But that's because I took them out of the box that we got of fresh socks. But we're going to have so much fresh merchandise. Mary Beth has got us looking real good, and I'm excited to be able to look at it, honestly, for the first time, because all I've seen are the socks so far, and they're cool. What else you got, Mary Beth? It's all quiet. All right. Then we want to make sure that everybody gets a good night's sleep Friday night. Saturday, we're going to roll into Main Festival. Tons of rides going on. You guys know the drill. Hop on fallfest.ambcnox.org to get the schedule. We will be still running the silent auction throughout the day. We'll be giving away a bike that evening. I'm going to call up on individuals. Does Joyride want to talk about their ride on Saturday? Come on up, Maddie. Sure thing.
Yeah, so we have a joyride on Saturday. We're going to meet at the Baker Creek Pavilion at 9:30. We have rides for all skill levels, new rider through advanced. And I should back up. If you're not familiar with joyride, our mission is to get more women on bikes. So this ride is for all the ladies that want to come out. The ride is free, but we do need you to sign up. So whether you want to ride as a participant or a volunteer, we have the sign up on social media, on the AMBC website. We're hoping you can sign up by Thursday, would be pretty rad, just so we can plan accordingly. But Shredley is supporting our joyride that day. So we'll also have some goodies from Shredley that you could win just for showing up and coming out to the ride. After Joyride that day, we'll have the Women's Power Hour at the Asphalt Jump Line. So that'll be at 1 p.m. Don't want to miss out on that. And we'll also be announcing our 2026 rides at Fall Fest. Save the date as well. We do have a volunteer appreciation event Sunday, December 7th at Knoxville Adventure Collective. And then we'll share the rest of our 2026 dates at Fall Fest.
Fantastic. Make sure to register for the Joyride. Amanda, do you want to speak a smidge on Social Ride Saturday morning?
Hi, Amanda with Social Ride. We are kind of the co-ed equivalent of that. And our rides are also, we've got all levels, beginner to advanced. We are rolling out Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Yes, from the main stage. You don't need to sign up with us. Just show up. We fly by the seat of our pants. We are unorganized. No, I'm kidding. No. But what else was there? I feel there was something else. If you are volunteering with us Saturday, see me before you leave here. I do need to meet with my volunteers for just a few minutes to touch on a few things. Also, if you want to volunteer, see me. But yes, we will be there Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, main stage. We're riding out. Oh, and if 10 o'clock's too early for you, we also have a noon ride with Harper's. They're also doing another social ride at noon, a bigger South Loop version. So,
excellent. Chris Joyce, where you at, bud? Give us the update on AYC. You guys finished up your season with NICA this past weekend, right?
Yeah, we sure did. Chris Joyce with AYC, and indeed, we wrapped up our NICA season. We have the kids part of our team. We do the just fun rides and everything, and then we have the other team that gets a little more spicy with the racing.
Got 13 riders between our middle school and high school. And the high schoolers pretty much knocked it out of the park and wrapped up state champions for the second year in a row. So got to brag on the kids. They fantastic crew. So real excited for them, and they're all fired up about Fall Fest. So AYC will be at Fall Fest. We'll be there with our tents and all of our digs. So new riders, especially who want to see what it's about, bring them on over. We're doing a 10 o'clock ride and a 1 o'clock ride to just kind of introduce, especially the young people to it who don't know about us. We'll do some fun, pretty chill rides. And then we're bringing back an OG ride. So if anybody remembers Dirty 30 back in the day. So the Dirty 30 is the idea of just hammering out all the trails, or most of the trails in Dirty South, urban wilderness, excuse me. And so one of our, a couple of our advanced AYC riders, some 16-year-olds are coming out and they're going to shred. So come with them. You got friends from out of town who want to just go out and really just hammer. That will happen at 9:30. You can come to our AYC tent. The other one's at 10 o'clock and then 1 o'clock. So
Perfect. Thank you so much. Those 10 and 1 o'clock are going to be great for the kids that are currently in the Little Bellas program or in Trailblazers. I also want to mention another rad thing. At the Little Bellas tent, there's a bike swap. Did I mention that already? If I didn't, there's a bike swap at the Little Bellas tent. Missy, do you have any intel you need to add to that, or is...
We don't know how many people are going to show up with bikes.
Okay.
So we're thinking if people can start dropping off around 9 o'clock, just to make sure that they have a place that bike can go around 3. So,
Yeah.
If our tent is not attended after 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
we don't want to be responsible for. Some people are fine leaving them there, and other people may not be. So.
Okay. So for the Little Bellas bike swap, drop it off at the Little Bellas tent around 9 o'clock and pick it up by 3, or it's been donated, is what I heard. There we go. Okay, excellent. Last thing on my list for this meeting, which has been a marathon to me, I think. You guys have paid attention very well. Is just to give you an update on what the crew's been up to. Dave's back there. His back is tired. You should look at the calluses on that man's hands. Jessica is here as well. Thanks so much to our crew. They have been slapping berms, installing carpet, you know, the typical things, light bulbs, all these things, on your behalf, 40 hours a week, and have got Baker looking great. Hopefully you've experienced some of the tune-ups around the park. They've touched all the trails. Dave did want me to make a note about Redbud Crest. It is particularly soft right now, so be mindful of that through this week. By the way, Dave updates our website daily on trail conditions, so consider reading that and planning accordingly. We look forward to seeing you all at Fall Fest. Is there anything that I have forgotten this evening? I think that the last thing, what you got, Alex? The second to last thing. Oh, goodness. We will leaf blow the downhill trails, and we will leaf blow some of the wet weather trails. We found that Sharps Ridge in particular does better when we leaf blow before the winter. We can ride that system way more often, and we'll be hitting drains from in a lot of locations. So you may see some spot blowing all around. Lastly, I want to thank Southside Garage for hosting us. And remember that member app the next time you walk in. Buck off your draft beer. Check your membership with Maddie afterwards. Check in with Amanda about Social Ride. And thanks so much, y'all. Cheers.